Hi everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful fall card. It's really simple to make and I know you're going to love making them. You'll want to make a whole bunch. And actually it's a great card to show with the sale that Stampin has right now. Stampin' Up! Is offering all of their stamp sets at 15% off, whether it's the holiday mini catalog or our annual catalog. All stamp sets or a la carte stamps are 15% off through October 23rd of 2015. So we are using 3 stamp sets on this card. So let me show you what they are. They are the Work of Art stamp set, which is a wonderful background stamp set with a few sentiments in it. We'll be using this swoosh right here. And then we're going to be using another stamp set called Perpetual Birthday Calendar. Not only does this go great with the Perpetual Birthday Calendar kit that you can purchase from Stampin' Up!, but on its own it can make beautiful cards as well. And I love this swoosh right here, and that's what we're going to be using. We're going to interchange that with the Work of Art swoosh. So we have 2 different kinds of wind going on to blow our leaf around. And then of course we need a leaf. And so I'm using the Vintage Leaves stamp set. Here again is another look at our card, and it's so pretty. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to need is a piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And what I'm going to do is just fold along the score line. And you could use a bone folder if you'd like to get a little bit more pressed fold right there. And then the next thing we're going to do is using our Bohemian Designer Series paper. We have cut a strip at 2 by 4 inches, and we're just going to go ahead and using a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, we're going to glue this strip right onto the front of our card. Now you can see you don't need very much glue because this glue will hold very fast. And so we're just going to center this in. And just like that, we have our strip in place. The next thing we're going to do is add this strip of Delightful Dijon, and I've run it through the Big Shot machine with the Boho Chic embossing folder that looks like this. And we are going to glue this onto our card front as well. And I like to use the multi-purpose liquid glue again because there is some texture on the back, and the glue will get into all those crevices and give us a good stick. So we're just going to glue this on right over the top of our paper strip that we already have in place. And then it sticks out just a tad, so I'm going to use my scissors and trim that little sliver off. There we go. Now our card looks very, very professional. And then the next thing is to do a little stamping. So we will be stamping on this little panel of very vanilla paper. It's 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. I'm going to use my Stampin' mat and a piece of scrap paper. So I usually have 1 mat for stamping and 1 mat for paper piercing. So this is my Stampin' mat. So I'm just going to put my paper down, and then we're going to use some Soft Sky ink, and we will also use some So Saffron ink. So I'm going to get these open and ready to go. And then we're going to take the swoosh from Perpetual Birthday, just going to ink that up, and we are going to swoosh that right like this onto our card. Then we're going to take the swoosh from Work of Art, and we're going to swoosh it right here. We're going to turn it kind of like upside down so we have more of a smile look right there. And then we're going to turn it this way, more like the rainbow side, and press down right there. So now we have something that looks like this. And then we're going to finish it off with a little more blue at the bottom and a little more blue at the top. So I'm going to ink up the swoosh from Perpetual Birthday. We're going to stamp that right here, and then we'll stamp 1 more right here at the top. There we go. So now we have our tag all stamped, and it does look a little bit like wind, doesn't it? That's why I chose to use 2 different swooshes, because I think if you use the same swoosh, I think it would look kind of more like a rainbow, and we want it to look windy, and this gives it that good windy impression. So now we'll set these aside, and using our ornate tag topper punch, we are just going to insert this this panel of paper right into our punch. When it hits the back side of the punch, you press down and you have an instant tag, and I love that. Then we're going to take a little strip. This is probably about 4 inches long, but you can trim it down once it's been stapled onto your tag. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to staple that right onto our tag. So I just fold it in half, and I want to give it a little bit of character here. So I have it folded so that it's almost like a little bit of a V. Then we can take our handheld stapler from Stampin' Up, and we're just going to staple that right onto the front of the tag. Then we'll take a ribbon scissors and we'll just trim up this ribbon so it looks really nice and finished, just like so. Very cute. And then we can go ahead and stamp our leaf. So I have the leaf here on a block D, and I'm going to use some Tuxedo Black Memento ink it up, and then we're just going to stamp that leaf swirling around in the wind. And I probably should have had that on a stamp mat, so let me grab my mat back. And sometimes you can get a good image without the mat, but I don't like to take chances, so I have the mat there just in case. And now our leaf tag is all complete. All we have to do is put it on the front of our card, and we're going to do that with some dimensionals. So I've put 5 dimensionals on here, and now we're just going to set this right onto the front of our card. I'm centering it a little bit to the left, and there we go. The front of our card is done, and now for the inside panel of the card, we're going to use a panel of Very Vanilla. I have it cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then on the other side, I took a 1/2 inch strip of, again, the Bohemian Designer Series paper, and I already adhered that to the bottom part of the panel. Then I can take a little bit of snail, and we are just going to attach that to the inside panel of our card so that it looks just like this, and our card is complete. So here's the card I've just created. Here is the card I did in advance. And I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're watching this October 19th through the 23rd of 2015, be sure to take advantage of Stampin' Up's 15% off stamp set sale. If you need a demonstrator, please be sure to visit www.stampingtoshare.com, and I have links there for you where you can place orders in my online store. I truly appreciate you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.